Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I will be showing a recap of a 2022 Chinese adventure fantasy movie titled Underground Monster. The film is about a remote town where the repeated dumping of toxic waste causes an underground cave dweller to mutate into a hideous monster. A construction team that is digging a tunnel accidentally disturbs the creature's habitat and provokes it to attack them. Spoiler alert, watch out and enjoy. The film opens with a group of construction workers who are working together to make an underground tunnel. Some of the construction workers see a big and putrid hole. They go inside despite the dire smell and discover that there is garbage everywhere around them. They see giant bugs and insects, and they also see a tentacle behind them. When they go further, they discover an odd egg. The CEO of the company also comes inside, and the workers inform him about the eccentric egg. The CEO tells them to bring them back. All of them almost make it back, except a worker named Don who somehow gets lost in the midst of the garbage. Don completely gets lost and things get worse when his torchlight stops working. Don tries to fix the light while he is completely unaware of the enormous monstrosity that awakens behind him. Don looks behind and witnesses the colossal creature up close and screams. The workers who have almost left the place hear his scream and come running to their friend. They find Don, who tells them about the mammoth that tends to kill them all. All of the workers prepare themselves to fight the unknown beast as a team. They encounter a tenacious tentacle that grabs a man and throws him away. The CEO gets frightened after witnessing this and orders everyone to leave this horrendous place. All of the workers flee to get out of there, but the mysterious tentacle keeps throwing people away. Don tries to save a close friend of his when the tentacle also tries to take him away. Don screams in vain for his friend and he tries to run away. He finally gets out of there with the help of another friend. He tries to go back inside to save him, but the entrance is now completely shut, and he cries in grief and sorrow as his close friend just passed away. Then a boy named Jake is with his father. The name of the father is Jing, who sets some nails on the ground in order to puncture a tire. Then a truck comes and its tires get punctured, which leads to it losing its balance and dropping a box. Jing goes to open the box and discovers the strange egg that the CEO ordered the workers to take. Jing takes the egg with him and speculates that it will be sold for a very high price. Jake puts his ear right next to the egg and gets shocked when he feels a peculiar presence in the egg. He tells his father that something gigantic lies in the egg, but Jing ignores him and keeps on thinking on how much price he will get for the enigmatic egg. Later on, it's revealed that Jing works at a junkyard. He takes off his ring and goes inside his house, which was next to the junkyard, to meet his ex-wife named Lena. Lena tells Jing that she does not like her song living in this filthy place like Jing's house. She also insults him by stating the fact that their son would have no future with Jing as he is so poor. During their conversation, Lena's fiancé walks in and he also starts to insult him by saying that he will send their child to a proper school so that he does not end up picking trash like his father. Listening to his ex-wife's dick of a fiancé insult him like that, he does the right thing and punches him in the face. Both of them start to fight, but the fight worsens when both of them start to bite each other. Lena gets angry and takes her son with her while her fiancé follows her. Then later at night, all the animals and birds start to make noises as the egg hatches inside the car, and the animals feel a very bad presence. Jing's father goes outside to check if everyone's okay when he sees tentacles in the truck. He comes back inside and tells Jing. Both of them go outside and witness the monster as it throws the truck in front of them. They come back inside when they see that Lena's car parks outside. Jake comes out of the car and tries to reach inside the house when the monster grabs Jake and takes him away. He is freed when Jing cuts the tentacle off. Lena throws oil and burns the monster. They come inside when her fiancé comes back with his bodyguards and complains that there is no monster. The atrocious monstrosity rips the roof off and shows his appalling face. The fiancé runs away, but the monster picks him up, smells him, and throws him away. Jing and the others try to run away while the monster takes Jake and goes away inside the ground. Lena blames Jing for everything when they encounter two other people who were looking for the monster for a very long time. One of them is a biologist, and he hypothesizes that the monster thinks of Jake as its own child, and it will not kill him. Meanwhile, the monster passes a creepy smile to Jake, but he starts to scream as he feels excruciating pain in its abdomen. Jake sees that there are wires coming from his mouth, so he pulls them and takes out the machine that was inside the monster and was causing the pain. The monster gets very happy and tries to say thank you. Then he goes away and sleeps. Then a glimmer of hope appears for Jing when the biologist tells him that he can track the monster, and he shows him an injection that can make any animal unconscious and tells him that he tends to use it on the monster to get his son back. Then the monster wakes up and starts to eat garbage. Jake also starts to feel hungry, but he finds no food. The monster offers Jake some garbage as well, but he loses his appetite. Jake starts to throw garbage in the monster's mouth as he keeps eating it and keeps playing with Jake. Jake also enjoys playing with the monster, and both of them develop a friendship. Don, who thinks that the monster killed his friends, plans on having revenge. A strange man who was a survivor from the attack takes Jake and assures him that he will take him to his parents. The monster wakes up and starts to chase them. Jake falls in a minute pond filled with filthy water and drowns in it. Meanwhile, the man faints when the monster screams at him just to scare the dangerous spider behind him. The monster takes out Jake, but he remains unconscious as the monster feels thwarted. Then the two scientists prepare Jing and Lena to go and catch the monster when Lena goes and sits inside the car before everyone else. She sees a piece of paper and discovers a ring inside it. This was Jing's marriage ring, and she is astonished to see that he still kept the ring safe after all these years that they have been apart. She looks at the piece of paper in which she found the ring and discovers that Jing had developed a disease over the years and never told her about it. Jing comes and sits inside the car when Lena asks him about why he did not tell her about the disease. He tells her that he wants Jake, his son, to have a bright and good future and does not want to ruin it with his disease. Both of them keep talking until their conversation is interpreted by the scientists. The scientists sit inside the car and they go to find the monster and save Jake from it. They go on the construction site and discover that Dawn and some of the other survivors were already there. They tell Jing and the others to leave as they deliver the news that they sprayed poison in there in order to kill the monsters. Jing gets very angry and starts to fight the workers. And he explains that his son might be in there with the monster. Jing's father cuts the pipeline, which supplies the poison, and they go inside to rescue Jake. They go inside the cave that is filled with garbage and filth. The assistant of the scientist tries to track the monster via a device. They follow the scientist and finally find the monster and Jake, who is still unconscious. Jing almost attacks the monster, but the scientist stops him. They hide behind garbage and decide to shoot it from a distance. The monster is fully aware of their presence and he dodges the attack. But Jing hits him again with the injection and the monster starts to feel dizzy. He puts Jake in a safe place so no one could hurt him. The construction workers also come back and start to hit the monster with all sorts of weapons. The monster gets severely injured. Jing and Lena manage to get closer to Jake and wake him up. Jake starts to scream and tells everyone that the monster is good and that it is his friend and no one should hurt him. When the monster sees that Jake is finally up and he's not dead, the monster feels more optimistic and powerful, so it starts to attack the construction workers. While he fights the workers, Jake takes a fall, but the monster saves him with his tentacle, and everyone witnesses this and believes that the monster is not bad. A giant pile of garbage almost falls on Lena and Jing, but the monster also saves them. Dawn finds the injection that the scientist brought. Dawn throws the injection and it hits the innocent monster with it. The monster drops on the ground and tries to hold Jake's hand one more time. While the monster is on the ground, each and every one of the construction workers keeps stabbing it in the stomach. The monster's tentacles almost reach the boy's hand when Dawn jabs his weapon right into the heart of the monster. The monster dies before holding the hand of the boy, exactly at the time all the other workers come back and tell Dawn that the monster did not harm them and that they survived. They tell him that some of the workers were killed by a giant spider, but the monster did nothing. At that very moment, Dawn looks back at the dead monster and realizes who the monster really is. After some time, Lena comes back with the ring that she found in Jing's car and gives him a second chance. Jake witnesses his parents getting back together and he feels very content. After some more time, an interviewer comes to their home and asks Jing about how he faced the monster. He starts by telling her and everyone looking at the interview to not call the poor creature a monster, and he makes a solid statement that humans are the real monsters on this planet. Here the movie ends. To watch more explanations of these kind of movies, click on the videos on your screen. And don't forget to let me know how you feel about today's video in the comment section below. Kindly like the video and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so you don't miss any new videos. And at last I'm gonna say, stay safe, stay well. Thanks for watching.